morning, flight sim fans. Roughly 12 hours ago, Laminar released X-Plane 11 Public Beta 9, which was a performance fix for AMD hardware. So whether that was for both the AMD GPU or also the AMD CPUs, I have no clue yet. I only have the AMD CPU, so I'll try that later and see if there's any performance with the CPU. This update will also be backported to X-Plane 10, so X-Plane 10 is currently at version 10.51. It will update to 10.52 in mid-February because their focus is on releasing X-Plane 11. There's some more flight metal changes, but it's not in public beta 9. They're going to try to get it into the next beta, and they should be having, their hope is to get the release candidates out in a few weeks, so instead of being on betas, we'll be on actual release candidates. I don't know if you're familiar with HD Mesh version 3. They've been updating the scenery, especially for the northern latitudes in X-Plane 11. And it looks like Alt Pilots, who works on HD Mesh version 3, is actually helping them on scenery. So that's huge for the X-Plane 11 world, because he does some outstanding high-definition meshes. Some of you might, when you're downloading the update, or if you're downloading X-Plane Beta 9, the full version, and not just doing the updates, you can expect some server slowdowns because it's updating the caches. Also, the final thing is the clouds. They're still working on the clouds. It's not ready yet performance-wise for X-Plane 11, and they hope to have it out in the release candidates when they come out in a few weeks. But for right now, let's start the old Cessna up and see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's just turn the master on. Let's get the beacon going. Get the fuel pump. Get some fuel flowing. There we go. Needle's moving. Turn the pump off. Magneto right, magneto left, both start. And there we go. We're started. Let's go ahead and pull in our avionics. Let's go ahead and get taxi light on, nav light on, strobe light on. And let's go ahead and just taxi out, and we'll take off on, we'll taxi out to runway 33. This is just the default scenery for X-Plane. And Laminar seems to be dropping updates every week, so who knows? Tonight we might get another update, but I doubt it. Last week's Saturday update was just to fix the executable. And this is only a 28 meg download for X-Plane 11 Public Beta 9. Like I said, I'm going to dig into actual CPU usage to see exactly if there is any update for the AMD CPUs. I have the AMD 6300, so we'll have to see. I'm sure those of you who have an AMD card like the R9 390 and the R9 380, these people were having huge problems with X-Plane 11, and I don't know if I really don't know if that's carried over. They say that they fixed it. I can't tell you because I have an NVIDIA card and not an AMD card. So here we are taking off from KRMN, which is my home airfield. Stafford Regional. the GPU usage does seem to be down, but that doesn't, I have an NVIDIA card, so I don't know if it's really up to the update, or the fact that I'm not running any HD meshes. And CPU is usually where it's at. It's using 33% of my CPU. So I see that pretty much across the board, even on i5 and i7 CPUs. So, but if you have an AMD GPU and Public Beta 9 has helped you, leave me a comment and let me know. And stay flying.